Hello and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we've got something really rather beautiful to look at today. I mean, often the Sudoku puzzles we do are gorgeous looking, but this one is really, it's stunning to me as sort of somebody who's done a lot of Sudokus because it is so nearly symmetrical. It's called Connectivity. And it's by Fenners. Fenners is, of course, the Olympic athlete, and who also apparently possesses an incredible mind. And if you just look, if we were to draw, actually, I say if we can draw, we can draw. We can use the software. So if I just draw this line into the grid along the negative diagonal, now I want you to imagine that we fold the grid in half along that line. Can you see how almost everything maps to itself? I think I'm right in saying, I might be wrong about this, but at first blush it looks to me like it is entirely symmetrical apart from this arrow arrangement. This arrow arrangement is symmetrical because, I mean, it could go in the other direction. It would mean exactly the same thing. I don't think that's doing anything to break the symmetry, but I think this one is. But that's the only break in the symmetry. It is absolutely beautiful looking. And I think it's got 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty. I did find it on Logic Masters Germany. Hang on, let me just see if I can delete the line now, because otherwise I will get very confused. There we go. And I got some comments, so let's have a quick look at those. First one is from Fenners, just saying thank you for the comments. So Zoni says, truly stunning, one of the best puzzles I've ever had the pleasure of tackling. Exeges says, beautiful. Symmetry, the connection, the flow. George the Toad, brilliant puzzle. Thank you, George, for all you do for us with our website. Pink Nichols, really fantastic setting. Difficulty maybe 2-star or 3-star, but the beauty is 5-star. Well, that is so lovely comments. And yeah, this is what we're going to try and tackle in today's video. And I will read you the rules, which are fairly standard actually, in a moment or two's time. Now, what else can I tell you about today? Let me look at my list before I forget things. Actually, I'll start off by saying, if you're a fan of any of our Cryptic Crossword content, we have a brand new series that's just gone live on Patreon today. 2 videos were released this afternoon, and then there'll be another 2 tomorrow, another 2 the day after that, etc. until I finish my attempt at this puzzle. The Listener Crossword, I hope you can see that on the screen, Listen by Eck. Which appeared in the Listener, which is published in the Times newspaper on Saturdays, and that puzzle is, well, it is considered to be one of the hardest for decades, and hence how many videos it's taken me to attempt it. So it's not going to be for everybody, but if you do like Cryptic Crosswords, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's the first 2 videos are over there right now. Other than that, 1st of September, we have a brand new Sudoku hunt coming on Patreon as well, new competition. I'll talk more about that tomorrow, but that's very exciting. We've got new apps coming out imminently. Fistamafel Worm, Juggler's Worm. What else? I've got 2 birthdays to do as well. Let's do the birthdays, actually, because at least I've written those down. I won't mess those up. So, Rachel, you've turned 28 today, and I know this because I think it's your sister Annabelle, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken, wrote in and told us that the 2 of you have been playing Blueprints together, which, well, that's just a brilliant game, and I'm sure Mark and I will be able to persuade Mark, I'm sure, to get back streaming it in due course, so fingers crossed for that. But Rachel, I understand you've just graduated for the 2nd time, and you're about to start employment as a radiographer. Now that is a proper job. And Rachel, many happy returns today, and I hope you have a great birthday with, of course, chocolate cake. Now, someone who I'm assured is getting chocolate cake today is Tom. Tom, your fiancée Amelia wrote to us And the two of you are getting married actually in October, which is fast approaching, so the best of luck. I'm sure you'll have a brilliant day, weather permitting. And the two of you are both primary school teachers. And yeah, I'm not sure whether primary school kids are quite ready for cracking the cryptic. We do have some children who watch who are definitely still primary school age. I'm not sure I'm wrong in claiming that we've actually featured puzzles by primary school children before. Certainly Chan Ertaran, who's still only 17, has been published on the channel since he was 13 or 14, definitely. Anyway, Tom, you're getting chocolate cake. I have it on good authority, and I hope you have a great birthday today, and obviously I hope the wedding goes fantastically well. That's all the news. I feel like I've forgotten something. Oh yeah, we're going to Stratford Upon Avon again to do a live edition of Cracking the Cryptic. That wasn't what I've forgotten, but there was something. It's never good. I should make more copious notes. Anyway, let's have a look at Connectivity by Fenners, and I'll read you the rules to the puzzle. We have got normal Sudoku rules apply. So we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Box borders split blue lines into segments of equal sum. So we see this rule expressed in a variety of ways, but basically what that means is if you look at this blue line here, you can see that the 3 by 3 box borders divide the line into segments. Let's just cut them. Let's just do some highlighting. So this line is cut into 3 segments, and what this is telling us is that this digit will be the same as the sum of those 3 digits will be the same as that digit. Let's do the same down here. So that digit will be the same as that digit will be the same as, let's keep the colours different, those 2 digits will be the same as those 2 digits. So hopefully that is clear. I think they're the only 2 region sum lines in the puzzle. Renban. Digits on a pink line form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order. So if this square here was a 1, this line would have to contain 1, 2, 3 because the digits have to be consecutive and they can be in any order. So that would be a completely legitimate way of filling that line. Maverick's flying over. Hello, Maverick. And then we've got German whispers, although they're very short German whispers lines. Adjacent digits on a green line must have a difference of at least 5. So if this was a 1, this would have to be 6, 7, 8 or 9 in order to be sufficiently different from 1 to meet the criteria. And then the digits on a tail of an arrow sum to the digit in the bulb. So those 2 digits, you add them up, 3, 5, 3 plus 5 is 8, you'd write 8 into the circle. If it was 2 and 4, you'd write 6 into the circle. Very simple, and they are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, because there's so much symmetry here, whenever we find anything in sort of either half of the grid, so say we found some logic up here, we should instantly be looking down here at the symmetrical position to see if we can deduce something. So, I mean, one thing as we were doing the examples we could see is that these 3 digits here, they sum to this digit and to this digit. So those 2 digits are the same. Whatever that number is, it's the same. And they have to be at least equal to 6. Because these can be a minimum of 1, 2, 3. Now, actually, yeah, so let's have a think about the green line there. Now, green lines have this funny property. There's a number of secrets you can avail yourselves on or of if you know your green line logic. The first and most obvious thing is that you can never put 5 on a green line, and that's because of the criteria of green lines, which says that adjacent digits have to be at least 5 apart. So if this was a 5 and we tried to find a digit lower than 5, then in order to be sufficiently different, this would be a 0 or lower, and that doesn't work. And if we go up, we get to 10 or higher, and that doesn't work. So 5 is never on a green line. And what that means is that the green lines oscillate. So if this digit was lower than 5, this digit cannot also be lower than 5. It has to be the other side in order to be sufficiently different. So you get this sort of oscillation. So what I'm wondering about here is it seems very clear that these can't be on the high end of oscillation, because then we'd be adding 6 plus 7 at least to equal a single digit number. That's just absolute nonsense. So these have to be low, this has to be high. Yeah, okay, I've just realised something completely. I could have done this in such an easier way, but I am a fool. Right, what we could have done is done Sudoku. I didn't spot this, but I have now. I've got 2 greens here, so we can ask where green goes in box 1, can't we? It can't go in its own column, it can't go in its own row, it definitely can't go on its own line, because what would that suggest the logic was? If we put green here, say, these 2 digits would have to be a 0 in order to make that segment add up to the same as green. It's nonsense. So that's green. And that, okay, well that does something. I can use the whispers logic a little bit, because now I can get rid of 6. Because if this was 6, 6 has this unusual property on green lines. It only has one partner that's valid from a Sudoku perspective, because the only digit that's sufficiently different from 6 to be 5 apart from it is 1. So if I do make this 6, both of those are 1, and that breaks Sudoku. So this can't be 6. Now it could be 7. If this is 7, this can be a 1-2 pair. Yeah, and that could be a 4, I suppose. There's no requirement that this has to be high, otherwise it would have to be 6, 1, 2, and this would have to be a 9. Okay, green is in. Okay, so again, we can do the pencil marking twice, but green has to be on these arrows, probably in the circles, because green is obviously quite a large digit, and green is on this funny shaped thing down here. I'm not even sure how to describe it. It's like a pair of oars or something, isn't it? Or a double-ended fly squat. That could be a way of describing it. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, though one of those is green. Okay. Okay. Right. So that does matter. That does matter. Because this line here, the double-ended fly swat, is actually 9 cells large. Which means one of every digit, because you can't repeat digits along a Renban line, this has got to have one of every type of digit, and we can't repeat. So having plonked green, which is a great big old digit, onto the fly swat here, it can't go in any of those cells. So green in box 9 is now on a line. It's on a blue line. But do you remember from the example again, what we learnt was that these 2 digits, let's give those their own colour. Those 2 digits are the sum of these digits. So how could this be 9 now? It would be saying that the yellow was at least 10. So we can take 9 out, and this and yellow is now at least 8. This is getting really weird now. Okay, so now I don't know how to show you this, but there is another point I'm now. Oh, hang on. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness me. This is such impressive setting. I am in awe when people do things like this. It is so skillful, because look what's happened now. And the beauty of this is we don't know where it's happening. We just know it is happening. We can't see it, yet we can sense it. Because look, green is either there or there, and I don't know which. But whichever one it's in, it's knocking green out of one of these circles. And why is that interesting? Well, what's the circle going to be? So let's imagine green was down here. Then this arrow here, this is not green anymore, but it has a great big old digit, a 7 or an 8, on the arrow, adding up to this digit. So what is the nature of this digit? It's bigger than 7 or 8, so it's 8 or 9, isn't it? But it's in the same column as yellow. So there's now an 8-9 pair looking at green, which means green is 7. And of course, if instead green is here, it works the same way. It's just over here now. If that's green, that can't be green. Green is on this arrow, so this is 8 or 9, which means there's an 8-9 pair looking at the green there instead. So green, although we don't know why, well, we do know why, we just don't know how. Oh, this is very nice. So now on the German Whisper, we must partner 7 with 1 and 2. They're the only two digits that are sufficiently different. And that digit now is the balance that makes up 7 once you add 1 plus 2. What do you need to add to 1 plus 2 to get to 7? It's a 4. And now this arrow is under pressure, isn't it? Because, well, it's got to have 3 on it. That's definitely true. If it didn't have 3 on it, it would be at least 5 plus 6, and we'd be writing 11 into the circle. It's either 3, 5 or 3, 6, I'm going to say, and this is an 8 or a 9. So this is going to get tricky now, isn't it? Because how are we going to keep track of the fact that we know one of those cells, one of these ones I've just given a red flash, is 8 or 9. I don't know. I'm sure that's doing something. I just can't quite see what it is. There's so many interactions pinging around the grid here. It's quite weird, actually. Because, yeah, I'm gonna claim something else now. Oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. I've done it. Well, I haven't. No, and again, I haven't done it, but I know what yellow is now. I think. Okay, and again, we're not going to know which way round this goes, but it doesn't really matter. It's still beautiful, right? Okay, what we've got to look at now is there is going to be a row, and it's either or a column. It's either going to be this row or this column, where depending on where the green is in box 9. Let's just imagine this is the green. The green is in one of these two, because I have to show you one way or the other. So if this is green, we know there's a 7 here, don't we? And we know that this is therefore not green, so this is 8 or 9. But we've got this tiny little German Whisper here. And obviously if this was green, it would be this German Whisper. Well, what do we know about German Whispers? They have to oscillate polarity. So there is going to be one tiny old digit on here, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and one big digit, a digit bigger than 5, that now can't be 7, 8 or 9, and is going to be 6. Now if it's 6, what has to be next to it on the Whisper? 1. And what therefore are we going to partner up with 7 here? Because it can't be a 7-1 pair now, adding up to 8. It's impossible. It will have to be a 7-2 pair adding up to 9. And that obviously that logic holds if this is 7. Let's just recapitulate it, just in case you aren't seeing it. If there's a 7 down here, if the green is down there, this is 8 or 9. So this Whisper has to contain a 6 as its high digit, which means it's got 1 on it, which means that can't have 1 on it and must have 2 on it. Otherwise these would be 10. So this is 9. Which means one of these is 8. This is weird. One of those is 8. And it's going to have a 1-7 pair. So there's like a 1-7 pair. That's going to disambiguate this 1-2 pair. Or is it the fly swat now? So yellow, which is 9, is on the bottom part of the fly swat. So it can't be on the top part of the fly swat. Oh, well, that's good. Yes, that is good. Okay, so where is yellow in box 5? It can't go on the fly swat. And it definitely can't go on an arrow because it's too big. If we put 9 on the arrow, this would be at least a 10. So we know actually that is now a yellow. Oh, this is ridiculous. Honestly, what did someone say here? It's one of the most beautiful puzzles. Truly one of the best puzzles I've ever had. This is just... It's sublime. Because now look at 9. And bear in mind, whenever we do logic up here, we can immediately duplicate it here. Where's 9 in this box? And you might say, oh, it could go on the Remban. No, it can't. Because if you put 9 on a 3-cell Remban, that Remban's 987, and it can't be. So that's yellow, and is 9. We can instantly go over there, write 9 in there. Oh. And that's it. Okay, this is good in a way. This is good in a way because I was worried about how far we were going to have to go through the puzzle without knowing. But now we know. Now we know. This is 9, so this can't be, and is 8, which means, well, it means many, many things, but the most interesting is the symmetry's been broken now. Because this cannot be 8, because it's got 8 looking at it, so that is not red. Which means this is red and is 8. And it means that green has to be on this string. So this is 2-7. This is 1-6. Just using the logic we did before. These are not green anymore. So green. Yeah. Oh no. There's a corollary of this that I hadn't appreciated actually. Oh, but we've still got more stuff to do. We've still got more stuff to do because green is now on this arrow, adding up to 8. So this is 1-7. This is a 2. This is a 1. Yeah, but this is the point. Where is green in this box now? Now it can't go here. Because this then would have to be an 8 or a 9, and it can be neither. So green is placed in box 3, and this arrow has to be a 2-5 pair, because it can't be 1-6 and it can't be 3-4. And therefore, there's loads more stuff we could do here, you know. Like, one obvious question, I know that digit's low, because it sees 6, 7, 8 and 9, so it has to be on the low side. It's a 3 or a 4. It can't be 1, it can't be 2. So this is 3 or 4. It can't be 4 because 4 can only partner up with 9 on a whisper. So that's got to be 3 partnering up with 8 because it can't partner up with 9. It needs to be sufficiently different. So 8 was red, wasn't it? Let's try and maintain our colours at least. There is definitely a 7 on here. I suppose I was going to say there must be a 2 on there as well, mustn't there? Because anything on here has to be duplicated on the fly swat. It can't go in those cells. So this 9 arrow is not 2-7 is what we can deduce from that. And the symmetry has been busted up a bit here, so we're probably going to have to do something different now, but I don't yet know what that is. Well, I spotted one thing that's a little interesting. Actually, what are those digits? Maybe that's a better place to look. No. Oh, I thought we might get the 9 in this box, but that symmetry's not been broken yet. Okay, the one thought I had was this Renban, actually. It's got to be 3 consecutive digits, but 1, 6 and 9 have been taken out of the equation, so we can't put 7 and 8 on there. We'd bump into 6 or 9. So these digits are from 2, 3, 4, 5, and they must therefore include 3 and 4. Okay, that's not it, is it? I thought that might be it, but it's not. That feels like it's going to be a later step deduction, because everything in this puzzle to this point has been absolutely, sort of completely crystal clear. That is a 3-6 pair in row 2. Yeah, is it? Oh, it's not where 8 goes in here, is it? Because 8 definitely can't go on the Renban, because it can't have 7 or 9 on it. No, it's probably not that. Okay. Alright, let's try row 7. We haven't put 4 and 5 into that. So we've got 4 or 5. I was going to say that makes this 4-5, but it doesn't, does it? Because although we can't repeat this 4-5 on the fly swat, we could pop it into a corner of box 5. It doesn't have to be on the arrow. Right, so we've got to put, does that have to be, if that's 1-6, see I've noticed this one is 1-6, but that was 1-6 by force of nature or logic. If that's 1-6 as well, then this is 9-1-6. That doesn't, I don't know if that's fine or not. I mean, this has got to have 6 or 8 on it. That is true. Oh, bobbins, I'm stuck now. I don't know what to do. Oh, no. Okay, I see it. I see something. I've got 2 on this arrow and 2 on this arrow. Or 2 on this region sum line. So we can ask where 2 goes in column 5. And it has to go on there. And that's enough to prove there's no 6 on here, isn't it? So this is 2, 8. Because 2 and 6 are only 4 apart. Now, does that do extra special things or not? Oh, maybe it's Sudoku as well. There's got to be a 2 up here, look. And there's got to be a 5 down here, and that can't be on the Whisper. And if we knew there was a 2 on this Renban, there would have to be a 3 on it and no 6. Oh, here's another point actually. 8 is now on the fly swat in box thingy, box 9, which means 8 is not here, 8 is not there. So if I could disprove an 8 from here, then I would know that that line is a 1-8. But 8's very restricted in box 5. Although maybe not restricted enough quite. Oh, absolutely love this. It's really, it is just beautiful and exceptionally clever. Now, and I think I might regret saying this, but I don't think we're a million miles away from finishing it, because so much of the logic is duplicatable around the negative diagonal. If that was 6, this would have to be a 4-5 pair. Oh, that's the same there, isn't it? If that's a 6, that has to be a 4-5 pair. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though. Okay, perhaps it's this line then. Now this line needs to have a high digit on it. Now if that high digit is in column 7, this has to be a 6 and this has to be a 1. Now is there a problem with that? Yes. That does not work. Yeah, that's lovely as well, isn't it? No, I'm wrong. And I'm wrong. I'm absolutely wrong. I thought that didn't work, and it actually does. For some reason, I thought it was putting a 6 on the arrow. It's most certainly not. So 6-1 would work, or this is a low digit. Now, if it's low, it's 1 or 3. It can't be 4, because that would put a 9 here. And then this digit is 6 or 8 as a high digit. It's not 6, is it, because of this? So this digit is 1 or 8. Oh, I'm sure this is resolved by something. I just can't see it. I really can't, actually. Okay, so let's go back to thinking through. What about this line? What is that? Do we know? Oh, we might. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, okay. So now I understand how I should have slotted this all together. The way I should have done it is 2's here, put 2 here to get 2, 8. Then I should have looked down at this region sum line and said, well, what can you be now? Because you can't be 1, 8, you can't be 2, 7, and you can't be 4, 5. So you are 3, 6, and that's going to fix that cell. It's forced it to be a 1, which means this is 8, which we know is red. Oh, and now that is putting 8 there by Sudoku. So this is 1, 8. So 1 now, well, we sort of knew this, I suppose. 1 now has to be on the bottom end of the fly swat. So this is now 1. It's 1, 8, 9, and whichever of 4 and 5 we haven't used. And I know what this digit is, because in column 7, where are we putting 5? We can't put it here. So we have to put it there, which means this is 4 on here. So this is 1, 4, 8, 9 on the fly swat. This arrow is 1, 8, 9, which is 3 of those 5 digits. So these two have to be the 4, 5 pair, because we can't repeat digits on the fly swat. And this column needs a 4, so we might as well pop that in while we're thinking about such things. That needs to be a 4 by the same token. 4 is now in one of these 2 cells. And, ooh, okay, and that's a 4, 5 pair. So these 2 digits have got to be a 1, 2 pair, I think. And if that's true, that is also beautiful. Because now this can't be a 1. Because we couldn't put 2 on the Renbat. So that's 2, that's 1, that's 3, that's 4, that's 6, that's 5, that's 5, that's 4. This is no longer 5. We have a lot of stuff done in various parts of the grid. Okay. And we know what's on the top half of the fly swat, isn't it? It's just the opposite of what's on the bottom half of it. I mean, we could do Sudoku as well, but it's nice to think of it in terms of fly swattage. I think this is 6, 7. So, what can we do with that? They aren't 2. They aren't 3. That 6 is resolving. There's a 6 here, so that's a 1. This is now 3, 7. This is not. This is 2, 6. So we can get the 2 digits at the bottom of this column now are 7. Which can't go on the thingy because it's got 3 and 4 on it, and 4. So 4 goes there. 2 and 3 are looking at that square, so that's 5. And we said 3 had to be on this, so let's pop the 3 on as well. 1 here. I think, yeah, it feels like it's sort of starting to give up its secrets, you know. Come on. I wish I hadn't said that. 2, 8. That's, oh, whoopsie. That's resolved. So there's no 8 over here. This is 3, this is 6. This is 7, this is 1. 1 is not the green digit, is it? In fact, we can do a lot of tidying up, I suspect, with the green digit. And the 8s. All the 8s are meant to be red. All the 9s. Have we got any more 9s to pop in? I'm not sure. And where should we look next? We could... What about that Rembrandt? I've never even looked at this. That has got to have... It's got to be numbers between 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's got to have 5 on it. Yeah, well, no. Okay, it does have to have 5 on it. That is true. But whether I know more than that, I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't see how to do that. So these digits are 3, 6, 9 by Sudoku. Those digits are 6, 9 and... No? 6, 9 and 8, is it? One of those is definitely the 8. Can we do... Yeah, we might be able to do better in the bottom row, look. 4 is not in those. Okay, so yes, this was where we should have looked. So these are 5 and 6, which isn't resolved, and these are 2 and 9? How can that not be resolved? Something's got to resolve this. I'm sure I'm just not doing Sudoku now. Okay, 1, 9. 3, 7. Where is it? Where is the point of tension? Could it be that Renban then? I mean, perhaps. It might be that there's certainly no 2 on it, look. That could be important. In fact, where is 2 in this box? It's got to go there. So that's 2, that's 4. And there could be 6 on it. But there can't be 1 on it, can there, if there's no 2 on it? So the 1 is placed, which means 1 is over here, but 5 is on this Renban, so it can't be on the Renban. So this fixes the 1 and fixes the 9. So that's not 9, that's not 9. And let's look at, let's have a look at row 5, where we need 3, 5 and 7, and this one is 3 or 5 only, it's C7. That one, well, maybe that could be I mean, it doesn't seem likely it's a 7, but that would put 5, 6, 7 on the Renban. Maybe that is possible, I don't know, but there's a 3, 5 pair in this column as well, in column 1, so that's 6, that's 5. That 6 fixes the 9 and the 6 that has been hanging around like the Scarlet Pimpernel. They seek him here, they seek him there. And now, well, now we must be in better shape, aren't we? Where do we go next? That corner digit's resolved. That's got to be a 2. That's got to be a 9. We need... Oh, that's not 5 anymore. I'm noticing from the 5 here. So we need 3, 4 and 6. The 4 can only go on the Renban. So this is 3 or 6. There's a 3, 6 pair here. So the rest of this column is 2, 5, 7. So this is 5 or 7. Now, there's no 6 on this Renban. That's the critical thing, isn't it? This 3, 6 pair and this 6 takes 6 off, which of course therefore takes 7 off, and means that we've got to put 5 here. 3, 3, 6, 6, 5, 2, something, maybe 7, 7, 3, 6. We've got to make sure this is a sequence. 5, 5. Oh, I'm definitely saving that for last. 7, 2. Okay, there we go. So we can, oh, whoopsie. We can put that there. Double click all the 7s. Turn them all green. Make sure that's looking properly green. Double click all the 8s. Turn them red. Double click all the 9s. Turn them yellow. And all we're left to do is put 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. Fenners, you have outdone yourself there. That is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, please, if you have a friend, a clever friend, and you think, oh, they could get into variant Sudoku, show them this puzzle, because this is the sort of thing that will just convert everybody who tries it. It is so pretty, and the logic is so glorious, and it is also actually quintessentially something that machines just can't do. This. No machine could produce a puzzle like this. This is just, it's so human. It's so human in the best ways, and I absolutely loved it. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it all. Better check it's right. It had to be right, didn't it? The way to play is the way to play. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.